It's Thursday, August 22nd. Here's what we're working on this morning. Rail service across the country has ground to a halt with 9,300 workers locked out.
Jewish organizations and hospitals across Canada receive bomb threats.
And Canadian baseball star Joey Votto announces his retirement after 17 seasons. Good morning, and thank you for making us a part of your morning. I'm Louis Butko in for Tim Bolin alongside Annette Hom, Brian Wood, Emily Vukovic will be here in just a short little bit, and I am not sure about this mug, Annette Hom.
Yes, we could have a major crack.
Okay, so I'm going to take this off the desk. There's a crack. I looked down right before.
It's big.
Yeah, it's a big crack. Sorry, big crack is not something I was expecting to say at 6 in the morning.
I had that in the bingo.
Yeah. That's the kind of start it's been here today, Brian. What about the roads? What about the weather? How's it looking?
Well, the weather is looking great again today, so we have no problems there. It is a little bit cool again this morning. We're in single digits right now, sitting at 9 degrees at the moment, but we will climb. It will get warmer today. We got to 20 yesterday. Today we should hit 24 degrees. Actually, a humidex today. Humidex. We should be about 27 for the humidex today. We will see a little bit more cloud cover starting to roll in later on this afternoon. But we're looking at more sunshine coming up as we continue through into the weekend, which we will talk about in a few minutes. Looking at traffic this morning, the roads, no problems at the moment. Still a bit of lingering construction. Here's the 403 and Waterdown Road. No sun in your eyes yet, obviously, but the roads are doing fine right there. To our MTO traffic cameras, here's the QEW Grays Road. We'll give you one of the Stony Creek cameras. That looks good. Top of the Burlington Skyway Bridge into Burlington, pushing into Oakville. No problems at all. So we'll look at weather and traffic, of course, coming up in a few minutes. Right now, the news.
Thanks, Brian. 2 of Canada's largest railways have grounded to a halt for the first time ever after the employers and workers couldn't reach a deal by the midnight deadline. Simone Gavros has been following this story and joins us live from West Harbour Go with more.
Hi, good morning, Louis. Well, trains here at West Harbour Go are still running, but many commuters are going to have to find alternate ways to get around because service at Hamilton Go as well as Milton have all been stopped because of this work stoppage. Now, this involves CN Rail and CPKC workers, and I spoke with the union yesterday for more on what this work stoppage will mean for their employees.
I've received lockout notices from both CN and CPKC. They want to put pressure on their own employees to get us to accept compromises and concessions that could have disastrous impacts both on our quality of life, yes, but also on rail safety across Canada.
Now, parties were negotiating late into the night when talks broke off shortly before midnight. Now, about 9,300 CN Rail and CPKC workers have been locked out by their employer. Now, this is going to affect more than 32,000 commuters in Toronto, Montreal, and Vancouver, including right here in Hamilton as well as in Milton. A number of industries will also be affected, including agriculture, mining, and energy. One supply chain expert I spoke with this morning said that this is going to affect commodities as well as meat and also cars. Fertilizer Canada warns that the impact right across the supply chain, right down to the consumer, will be tremendous. Now, the union says that some of the main sticking points are concessions around rail safety, fatigue management, and rest. CN Rail says they've been negotiating in good faith.
Safety is a core value for us. Everything we do, the heart of it is safety. No job is too important to be done unsafely. For us, the most important thing we can do every day is make sure that everybody that works at CN goes home safely to their families. Fact is that all the offers we made actually improve safety by improving predictability and work rest for our employees.
Now, service on the Hamilton Go as well as the Milton line were both canceled yesterday in anticipation of this work stoppage happening. But anyone looking to get onto the Lakeshore line is encouraged to head here to the West Harbour Go in Hamilton or over to Aldershot in Burlington. But for now, Annette, I'll send things back to you.
Okay, thanks very much, Simone. The RCMP are investigating more than 100 bomb threats that were sent to Jewish organizations, hospitals, and synagogues across Canada. The institutions, including 4 in Hamilton, were targeted with the same threatening email early yesterday. Now, in Hamilton, police confirmed the locations threatened were safe and secure, although they did not share the exact locations. Police say they'll continue to have an increased presence at faith-based institutions right across the city. There is no word yet where the threats came from.
Ontario's police watchdog is investigating after a man was hit by a Hamilton police cruiser. It happened early yesterday morning in the parking lot of Central Elementary School at Hunter and Bay in downtown Hamilton. The Special Investigations Unit says a 40-year-old man was taken to hospital. The SIU is responsible for investigating circumstances involving police that result in death or serious injury.
Hamilton police are investigating the city's 42nd shooting this year. Shots were fired just after 1 yesterday morning on St. Andrews Drive. It's near the Red Hill Valley Parkway and Green Hill Avenue. There are no reports of injury. Hamilton police are asking people in the area to check their security cameras for any suspicious activity between 12:30 and 1:45 yesterday morning.
Accused killer Jaden Cirio took the stand in his own defense in one of the final days of his murder trial yesterday. A warning, some details in this story are disturbing. Cirio is charged with first-degree murder in the stabbing death of 31-year-old Christopher Sim in August 2021 at the Mission Services parking lot on James Street North. On the stand, Cirio spoke about mental disorders he experiences. He told the court Sim, quote, did witchcraft to me where he teleported me to an abandoned home where he was tying me up and he was trying to kill me. There was no evidence for any of those claims. Cirio testified he didn't expect Sim to die when he stabbed him because of a conversation he had with God, telling the court he is the second coming of Christ. Closing arguments are expected today.
An Ontario court has rejected a bid by Canadian billionaire Frank Stronach's granddaughter to force the family business to disclose any existing documents related to complaints of sexual misconduct against him. Frank Stronach has been charged with sexually assaulting 10 complainants in allegations dating back as far as 1977. The motion by Stronach's granddaughter, Selena Stronach, was filed last month as part of an ongoing lawsuit over the management of the Stronach Group's and the family's wealth. The court found there was no evidence to suggest any documents exist in regards to knowledge that Selena's aunt, Belinda Stronach, may have had about the alleged misconduct. Trial dates have now been set for 4 teen girls accused in the death of a homeless man in Toronto. Kenneth Lee was swarmed and stabbed to death in December of 2022. Hours later, 8 girls between the ages of 13 and 16 were arrested. 4 of them have already pleaded guilty to charges. Of the other 4 girls, 3 are charged with second-degree murder, 1 with manslaughter. Their trials are set to start in January and May of next year. Toronto police have made 4 arrests in tow truck-related crimes, including 2 teenage boys who have been charged with first-degree murder. More than 170 charges stem from a project from the Tow Truck Violence Task Force. They include a murder and 13 related shootings. Police believe the 15-year-old and 16-year-old boys charged with murder were tasked with carrying out the crime because of their ages.
The motive of behind using youths is likely because of the consequences they faced would be significantly different. It's also because they're able to entice them with smaller amounts of money to encourage them to do these violent acts. But yes, we definitely have seen that youths are being targeted to commit the actual acts that other people want done out on the streets.
Since the start of the year, there have been 43 tow truck-related shootings in Toronto.
All right, Sports Line, lots of sports to get to, and let's start with the Blue Jays, where they were going for the series win last night, taking on the Cincinnati Reds.
This is pretty well hit towards the left field corner, and it is gone. Ellie De La Cruz sends one out to the opposite field.
Cincinnati All-Star Ellie De La Cruz had himself a night going 3 for 4 with 3 RBIs and his 60th stolen base of the season as the Reds would score 10 runs over 3 innings to beat the Blue Jays 11-7. Now, George Springer hit the 60th leadoff home run of his career to get it started for the Jays, who led at 6-0 at one point. But they lost, of course. They'll kick off a 4-game series against the Angels tonight at the Rogers Center.
That's it. I'm done. I am officially retired from baseball.
Sticking with baseball, Canadian Joey Votto announced in an Instagram post last night that he's hanging up the cleats. The Etobicoke native played 17 MLB seasons, earning 6 All-Star selections, 1 Gold Glove, and a 2010 National League MVP award. After playing his entire career with the Reds, Votto signed a minor league contract with the Jays last spring, but never played a major league game for his hometown team. He did homer off Philadelphia's Zach Wheeler in his only spring training at bat. That was back on March 17th before he stepped on a bat in the dugout later in the game and was sidelined for the next 3 months.
Driven deep to right. Oh, he didn't. Yes, he did. Another one. He goes the other way. 2 home runs for Judge. 8-0 Yanks.
Aaron Judge hit his major league leading 46th and 47th home runs of the season as the Yankees moved back into first in the AL East. They crushed the Cleveland Guardians. New York currently half a game up on the Orioles, who lost to the Mets last night for first in the division. Switching gears to soccer, where Forge FC has announced Canadian striker Kwasi Poku has been acquired by a Belgian club for a Canadian Premier League record transfer fee. Poku, who was first signed by Forge in January 2022, played in 70 games across all competitions, winning 2 CPL titles while also competing in the Canadian Championship and CONCACAF Champions Cup. The Brampton native was in the midst of a breakout season, scoring 10 goals over 14 games since converting from left back to striker. The 21-year-old will join RWD Molenbeek, who currently play in Belgium's second tier after being relegated from the Belgian Pro League last year. And a little lacrosse action as the Junior B National Championships, aka the Founders Cup, continues at the Dave Anderchuk Arena this week. The host Hamilton Bengals improved to 2-0 in group play last night with an 11-9 win over the Winnipeg Blizzard. They're right back at it tonight when they host the New Brunswick champions St. John Rapids. But action going all day at the Dave. For a full schedule and more information, you can head to founderscup.lacrosse.ca.
Coming up on 13 minutes after 6 o'clock, 22nd morning of August, let's get you into the roll-in this morning. We're looking at the 403 and Waterdown Road, getting a little bit busier, but still it's rolling, which is the main thing. To our MTO traffic cameras, and we'll show you that things are fine here through St. Catharines. QEW east of Lake, nothing. Grays Road, Stony Creek still looks good. Here's Fairview on the other side of the Skyway. Going through Oakville, east of Royal Windsor, right around the airport, looks good. And so does the 427 Gardner QEW combination. 1 collision this morning. It's on the 401. It's right at the transfer lanes at the tunnel, and it's the westbound express lanes, as you can see right there. But that's a little further afield. Keep in mind the problems with the trains this morning. No trains will be running from the Hamilton GO Center or along the Milton line. All other GO lines and West Lakeshore West lines will not be affected. Keep that in mind today. All right, let's get it. Look at the temperature. Temperature has just fallen a degree to 8 degrees at the moment. So, yeah, it's a cool start once again. Winds are light, humidity's up there, skies are fairly clear. No problem, still in the low risk category, even though we're 3s for this morning and for the afternoon, so no problems there. There's that ridge of high pressure. Now, we did get a bit of cloud cover for the afternoon, but today that high pressure ridge is going to start the day very nicely, and then once again, we could get a little bit of cloud cover for later in the day, and you'll notice some cloud cover approaching us, but we should have the sunshine as we continue through the week. Temperatures today a little better than yesterday. Yesterday it was 20. Today we should hit 24 to 25. Humidex, well, about 27, so still pretty comfortable for today. Tonight skies will be clear. Temperatures 10 to 13. A little bit cooler as you get away from the lake into single digits once again. But tomorrow, temperatures a little bit warmer, 25 and 26 degrees for tomorrow. Humidex about 28. And we should have a mix of sun and clouds once again for the day tomorrow. So pretty nice Friday coming up. So out the door on the 22nd morning of August, sun still not up yet. It's mainly clear. Temperature 8. Long range in a few minutes. Annette, Louis.
Okay, thank you.
All right, coming up after the break, we'll say good morning to Emily Vukovic with a preview of what's to come in Chit Chat.
And in business news, Loblaw is piloting new ultra discount grocery stores in Ontario. It includes one in St. Catharines.
Welcome back.
Let's see what Emily has in Chit Chat coming up.
Well, we had an opportunity. Did you say I'm cold?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm always cold.
You're always cold.
Cold here. Goosebumps every time I walk in. Okay, Marlon Wayans. We actually got a chance to sit down with him and discuss kind of what he did in the past and what his plans are in the future, because he's heading to Fallsview Casino. Beyonce has entered the booze business. Really no shocker there. She just joins another long list of celebrities that have done this.
But not many women.
Not many women, you are correct. And we're going to be taking a look at U2's latest cash-in with the Sphere in Las Vegas.
Yeah, they really love that venue, don't they?
Yeah, they're really, really getting rich off of it, that's for sure. Because they weren't rich before.
So is this a Vegas residency?
We've
talked about that. Okay, all right, we'll talk about it.
It's a tease.
It's a tease.
It's not the whole story, Louis.
Okay, Chit Chat coming up later this hour. Thanks, Emily.
You got it.
All right, checking business news. The Canadian dollar is up 11 basis points. It's trading at 73.66 cents U.S. Gold is down nearly $8, and crude has dropped by 8 cents. It's trading at $71.85 U.S. a barrel. In midday, European trading markets are up in London, Frankfurt, and Paris.
In Asia, the markets were up today in Tokyo and Hong Kong, down in Shanghai just slightly. North American markets, an up day across the board with triple-digit gains in the NASDAQ.
St. Catharines is getting Loblaw's new ultra-discount grocery stores based on the popular No Name brand. The other initial locations will be in Windsor and Brockville. The stores will feature a significantly pared-down selection with no refrigerated foods like dairy or fresh meat. By cutting costs on product selection, marketing, and other things, Loblaws says the store will have prices up to 20% lower than nearby discount competitors, including its own no-frills stores.
Shipbuilding and repair company Ontario Shipyards is getting a $10 million boost for skills training at its locations in St. Catharines, Hamilton, and Thunder Bay.
This investment will help reskill and upskill existing workers for careers in the millwright, welding, electrical, and painting trades, and many more.
Funding comes from the province's Skills Development Fund. Ontario Shipyards, formerly known as HEDL, has about 250 employees at those 3 sites. Last year, Ontario Shipyards got $3.7 million for training and upgrades in Hamilton and Port Weller.
TD Bank Group has taken a $2.6 billion U.S. provision in its third quarter results. It's related to ongoing U.S. investigations into its anti-money laundering program. The bank says it's taking the charge in anticipation of a global resolution of the civil and criminal investigations by the end of the year. A resolution, TD says, will include monetary penalties. TD Bank Group is set to release its third quarter results this morning, with Canada's other big banks to follow in the coming days.
Ford is shifting its strategy when it comes to electric vehicles after losing millions on its current EV lineup. Its fully electric 3-row SUVs are going to become gas-electric hybrids, and Ford is going to focus instead on new electric pickup trucks and a new commercial van, which they say will cost less and have longer range. Production of Ford's next-generation full-size electric pickup truck is going to be delayed 18 months now until 2027.
All right, taking a break right now. Brian will be back with traffic and your 7-day forecast. Stay with us.
6:24 is the time on this Thursday morning. Looking at a QEW 7th MTO traffic camera. Not a lot to see as we head through St. Catharines, top of the Burlington Skyway Bridge, moving nicely. No problems here at Bronte, all the way through Erin Mills Parkway. So generally, Hamilton, Halton, Niagara doing fine. It's in Toronto where we do have a collision. That's the 401 westbound express to collector transfer right around the tunnel. As you can see, it's really causing a backlog with a collision right there. Temperature this morning, well, Hamilton, we're struggling this morning. We're sitting at 8 degrees, a lot cooler than everybody else. 12 for Mississauga, 13 Grimsby, 15 for Toronto. Come on, our temperature will come up once the sun decides to come up. There's the sun time for the day today, 6:33 it comes up, goes down at 8:10. Seasonals now, 24 for the daytime high and 14 for the overnight low, and those are our records for today. So today, we're looking at 24 degrees. That's a seasonal high for this time of year. We'll start off with a fair bit of sunshine and then a little bit more cloud cover coming in this afternoon. 10 overnight and clear. Tomorrow 25. Humidex of 28 for tomorrow. We'll have a mix of sun and clouds once again for the day tomorrow. Saturday looks beautiful, sunny and 25. Well, actually, I mean, even as we continue through the long range forecast, we hang on to the sunshine every day. But the temperature does tend to ramp up. 25 on Sunday, then 27 Monday, 28 degrees for Tuesday into Wednesday. That's your forecast. Annette, Louie.
Okay, thanks very much. Well, a study shows aging is easier with someone special, especially for men.
Published in the journal International Social Work linked successful aging to marriage among adults older than 60. Married men were up to 4 times more likely to achieve optimal physical, mental, and social well-being compared to their single peers. The authors define successful aging as no limitations in daily activities, no chronic pain, no serious mental illnesses, adequate social support, and good self-perceived health. As for women, those who transitioned from married to single were less likely to age well than those never married.
I might fall down, break my neck.
All right.
Okay.
So as the single guy at this table, that's some pressure on me to wife up, I guess, so I can be
take
healthy.
care of yourself.
Oh, to take care of myself. Okay, sure. All right, that's the advice.
The study.
Okay, wait. You saying I can't wife up or what?
No, you can. You can.
Good luck,
Yeah,
Brian
says good luck.
Brian, you've only worked with me for like 2 years.
It's enough to know.
All right, okay, guys. All right, we're going to take a break. Stay with us. More to come.
More ribbing to come.